Hi, I'm Brian Carruthers, and I want to welcome you to this opportunity of Legal Shield. And congratulations on making an incredible decision to start a business for yourself that involves passive and residual income. Because I believe, and by the way, based on personal experience, that residual income is the key to freedom. And you've got a reason why you decided to start this business. What is your why? Is your why to spend more time with your children or with your spouse? Do you want to be able to travel and work less hours at your job? Do you want to be able to have more money to be able to give you more options and luxuries in life? Do you want to be able to have more to be able to give to others? Everybody's got a reason why they started this business. My why was probably very similar to yours. I was working crazy hours in my real estate career, 60 hours a week, sometimes even more. I was making decent money, but I didn't have time for my family and friends like I wished I would. And so I wanted to have financial freedom and I wanted to have time freedom. And my real estate career was not going to provide that opportunity. I don't know if your job or your career will, but I can tell you that when I decided to start my Legal Shield business part-time on the side, it does not have to interfere with anything else you've already got going on in your life. You're still going to have your job. You're still going to have your family. You're going to still do everything you do. But Jim Rohn always said, you work hard all day at your job to earn a living, but you should be working spare time, nights or weekends, building your fortune. And I promise you, you will not find a better opportunity to build your financial freedom than with this vehicle of Legal Shield. Now, I'm going to talk to you guys about several things here today in this Getting Started video, but you're also going to have what we call a game plan interview with your sponsor or your upline mentor, who is going to spend about 20 minutes going through the first step document, walking you through how to get plugged in, walking you through what it takes to rank advance to your first promotion in the company and start getting paid, getting a bonus, getting promoted. We're going to help you do that. That game plan interview, you want to make sure you do it in the next 24 hours. Now, I want to ask you, first of all, what is your IQ level? What's your IQ level? I'm not talking about your book smarts, your intelligence. I'm talking about what is your I quit level? Because here's what I know. When I got started in Legal Shield, I started getting some people that told me no right out of the gate. And if my IQ level was low, meaning I was willing to get knocked out of the box of my amazing opportunity that was going to be the vehicle that's going to change my life, then I would still be stuck today back in my real estate rut. And so I decided I was going to have a high IQ. And so that means I was not going to let anybody else's opinions affect what I was going to do, because when you buy somebody's opinion, you buy their lifestyle. And if they don't have the lifestyle that you want, why would you even care what they think in the first place? So here's a question for you. Would you take a bullet for your child? I mean, seriously, would you jump in front of a bullet to save your child's life? As a parent of 3, I know absolutely I would. You probably would as well. Well, if you take a bullet for your child, would you take a no for your child? Somebody telling you, no, I'm not interested in Legal Shield. I don't want the service. I don't want to get involved in the business. Would you take a no for your child? Of course you probably would, right? Of course. Would you take 10 no's? Would you take 100 no's? Would you take 1,000 no's? At what point, how many no's would it take for you to say, you know what, my child's no longer worth it? I've had 48 no's in a row. Forget it. My child is not worth that. So look, nobody would ever say that. I would take 1,000,000 no's for my child, just like I would take a bullet. Well, if we say that our why is so important, that we're doing this for our family, for our spouse, our kids, when we say our why is that strong, we're going to have a much higher IQ level. So make sure you focus on that. The next thing I want to talk to you guys about today is what is your belief in Legal Shield? I would encourage you to use the membership. The more you use it, the higher your belief is going to go. We have an amazing, strong company that's got an impeccable track record. We've got thousands of people. Right now, over 51,000 people in Legal Shield last year received residual income on memberships that they had written years prior. This company is amazing. The opportunity is amazing. You've got to believe in what you're a part of. Tony Robbins said, the only way for a human to feel more alive is to be a part of something bigger than himself. You're a part of a cause, a mission, a crusade of equal justice for all. And we're making that a reality. And you should feel prideful to be a part of that. So what is your belief? Is it high? Get it higher. Get more experience with the product. Get around the successful people that have changed their lives, that have quit their jobs, that are spending time with the lifestyle that you want to have. get around those successful associates in Legal Shield and your belief will elevate, because your belief is going to dictate your music. What is your music sounding like? We're in a people attraction business. If you want to attract members, and especially if you want to recruit and attract associates to be a part of your team, you've got to sound like you're excited about Legal Shield. If you're real drab and ho-hum, hey, do you want to check out this opportunity? Nobody's going to want to join you. Nobody's going to want to be in a business if it makes you feel like that. So your music, people are going to either want to turn you up or turn you off. So make sure every time you're talking to anybody about Legal Shield, make sure that your energy is on, that your music is something that they would want to turn up. So make sure you're working on your music. Secondly, craft your story. What is your story? So we got to stop selling, start solving. Stop recruiting, start solving. What do I mean by that? Well, we don't want to just show up and throw up. We don't want to just start blabbing all kinds of Legal Shield facts and things all over people. Our goal is not to talk at people, but it's to talk with people. If our product can solve a problem in somebody's life, then we want to help them get this product. If our opportunity can help solve some issues in their life, we want to help them become a part of the opportunity. So what does that mean? We don't want to go out there and point out the problems in other people's lives, because that will put them on the defense, and they might even get offended by that, and you'll just push people away. But instead, what if you can craft a story of your own where you basically talk about what was wrong in your life, ask them if they can relate to that. You're always seeking the me too. Hey, here's the situation I was in. I was working crazy hours in real estate, 60, 70 hours a week. I didn't have time for my friends and family. I was kind of getting depressed because I was always working and I was missing out on life. Can you relate to that at all? Does that resonate with you? They're like, yeah, me too. I feel you, brother. And as soon as you get that me too from them, then you can say, well, I knew I needed something different. I needed to make a change. And I found a project that some successful entrepreneurs shared with me that had transformed their lives, and they were living the lifestyle I wanted to live. And so now I'm working on this part-time project that's got me more excited about my future than I've ever been before. I found the solution to my problem. And so I know that you said, hey, this might be, you might relate to kind of what I was dealing with. Would you want to see the solution I found? And they're going to say, well, heck yeah. Then you can say, if I send you a video, will you watch it? If I invite you to come to see a presentation with me for an hour, would you come? If I will you. So again, if you craft your story where you talk about the problem in your life that you needed to have solved, ask them if they relate to that. And when they say they do, which they normally will, as long as you craft a story trying to relate it to the person you're talking to, you're going to have somebody who's going to want to check out Legal Shield versus you coming at them with some kind of a sales pitch that they don't want to hear. So keep that very much in the forefront of your mind. And then next thing, you want to make sure that you always are sold on the Legal Shield vision and that you're selling the vision. Making sure people on the product, they see the vision of equal justice for all, empowerment, peace of mind on the opportunity side, the vision of what their life could be 24, 36 months down the road from now, when they've got so much residual cash flow coming in that they now have time freedom back in their life. So understanding the vision for the company, but our personal vision and their personal vision, we got to be good at being a visionary and articulating that with people. Then the next thing is third party. Third party is always, always, always better than first party. First party is you, again, showing up and throwing up. Going to your friends, going to your family members, and just vomiting Legal Shield all over them. They know you for you. Whatever your background is, whatever you do for a living, that's how they know you. They don't look at you as some expert in Legal Shield. So don't try to come across like that. Again, I talked about crafting your story. But once you've crafted your story and you've asked them if they can relate and if they would want to see the solution that you found, then you're going to use a third-party presentation. Now, it could be a third party. It could be a live event that you bring them to. Bring them out to a private business reception at your house. Bring them to a business briefing that's being conducted in your marketplace by one of the professionals. Bring them to a luncheon. Bring them to a Super Saturday event where they can see a presentation for 45 minutes done by somebody else. If you can't get them to an event, a live physical event, maybe get them to a live virtual event. We do like Zoom video presentations all the time. So you can just invite them to one of those. If they can't make it to that, then you're just going to fall back to maybe have them watch a recorded presentation. Maybe an online video that you can send to them through our app or just right to our whatisls.com website, but have them check out some sort of a third-party presentation. Your goal, especially when you're trying to recruit people as an associate, is not to act like you're the expert, not to act like you have all the answers and you're going to change their life, because they're going to look at you and your life has not changed. You're not living the dream. You're not the millionaire. You're not, so again, take it off of you. When I was 28 years old, starting up with Legal Shield, I was talking to people that were twice my age, and they were looking down their nose at me going, come on, kid. You're going to talk to me about making money, changing my life? You're a kid. So I never wanted them to think that or say that, so I just took myself out of the equation, and I pointed them to a third-party presentation, and then I also pointed them to third-party people, where I was able to edify, meaning speak very highly of these other individuals, thereby giving them credibility and influence with my prospects. So that way, it wasn't about me, because if it was about me, I would never have succeeded. I made it about somebody else. I gave them the credibility and influence. They talked to my prospects, whether it be before or typically after they saw a third-party presentation. They sold the vision. They answered the questions. They asked the question hey, you ready to get started? And they helped me sign them up and onboard them. So use third-party always. It's not a sign of weakness. It is absolutely opposite. It's a sign of strength that you're willing to agree that there is a system in place that works, and you're not going to make it all about beating your chest. Oh, I'm so good, I can sell ice to Eskimos. That does not work here. You want to be very smart to always use third party, okay? I also want to warn you up front that you're going to have a majority of people that are going to tell you they are not interested. When I first got started, my first 200 phone calls, out of those 200, 16 said yes, but 184 said no. And I didn't write down exactly play by play how it worked. I don't know if it's like the first 3 said no, the 4th said yes, the next 5 said no, the next one said yes. I forget how that worked out, but I made 200 phone calls very rapidly, and 184 of them said no. Again, if my IQ level was low, it would have knocked me out, and I would never have made the millions of dollars I've made in Legal Shield, okay? But because I had a high belief, a high IQ, a very high I quit level, I was able to get through the no's to get to the yeses. But if you are not prepared for your best friend to tell you that you're wasting your time, if you're not prepared for your spouse or a sibling to tell you, hey, I wouldn't waste your time with a business like that, or hey, I don't really see the value in what you're doing. Look, you made a very smart, educated, well-informed decision after you reviewed all the information to get started up with Legal Shield. Does the product make sense? Of course it does. Does the opportunity to go out and tell people about it and get paid upfront money and residual income on them forever, does that make sense? Of course it does. So just because somebody else is making an uninformed opinion or remark to you, don't let that knock you out of the box. I'm trying to inoculate you. I'm trying to give you a little shot of the flu so that you won't go get a full-blown case of the flu and put you down for weeks or to put you out forever, right? So I just want to inoculate you. You're going to have to go through the no's to get to the yeses. And out of those 184 no's that I got, not all, but many of them over the weeks, months, and years later, after I did my proper follow-ups, a lot of them wound up becoming members of Legal Shield. Some of them became associates with Legal Shield. Matter of fact, some of them became top earners in Legal Shield. Just because they said no at the beginning didn't mean that they were never going to see the value. My first impression that I left on them, maybe because I was brand new and I didn't really know what to say, I wasn't using third party the best, I wasn't edifying the right way. Again, you got to take time to earn while you learn. And that's the beauty of Legal Shield.